Welcome to episode 21 of the Group Ironman progression series. A little bit of a spoiler in this intro screen. I'm currently editing the episode 21 and I'm kind of parked here at a new salvaging spot. Let's get into the video. Excited to go absolutely crazy on the new sailing skill and let's see how far we can get. Alright, you know the drill. I usually in between editing, especially now with sailing coming out, I will be salvaging a lot of the time. I'm actually delighted about this salvaging thing as it just makes it so easy. It is the most AFK form of XP gain it's more AFK than woodcutting, I think. Really good. I love it. So yeah, we're just going to be doing some salvaging until I finish episode 20 editing, and then we will get into the actual sailing content. Level 37 fishing. Level 37 sailing. I'm doing this all while I AFK and edit the last episodes. This is pretty handy. Gone from level 26 to 37 so far while I've been editing. So when I get back to it, I have a few ship upgrades to do. In the port task missions, you actually have a chance of getting a specific kind of paint, which you can then trim your boat with that kind of color. Unfortunately, I have never actually seen any of these paints, but my teammate Frox actually got a duplicate shark paint, so and luckily enough, they are tradable. So for Group Ironman, if one of us gets a dupe, we can trade it to one another. So Frox here just gave me the dupe shark paint for me to paint my skiff with, and I'm delighted for that, so thanks for that, Frox. With salvaging these pieces, that is level 40 sailing. I can now go to Corsair Cove, Dognose Island, which is the first mooring point, so we'll definitely check that out. And I can also assign one crewmate, so very excited for that. And I can build an inoculation station, which I think I need to enter certain areas of the seas. It's very exciting, so I'm going to finish salvaging the rest of this and then we're going to go upgrade our ship. Another aspect of sailing that you can actually do in this game is there is a hell of a lot of new creatures that roam the seas. One of these is an osprey, and you can use your cannon to deal damage to them. And they all have certain items on their drop table, and you can also do them for port tasks. So you can do like essentially a slayer task, but it's on sailing, and they tell you to go kill a certain creature and you need to get an item from them. So usually it's like for birds it's like a feather or something like that, and so it's kind of like hunter rumors and slayer mixed in, so very cool. Alright, it's the next day and my hemp has grown, which means we can hopefully make our bolts of canvas. The hemp is used at the spinning wheel to turn into balls, and then you can use these at a loom to make bolts of canvas, and the bolts of canvas are used for all of the early level sail upgrades. So I needed to grow this before I made all of my new ship upgrades from some of the levels that I've been gaining. So it's now time to get some ship upgrades and see what difference that makes. Sure, there's actually like plenty of guides out there for sailing, so you'll probably notice I'm definitely flying through a lot of levels and not really covering every aspect. This is kind of more so of the journey of me just trying sailing. I'll give my kind of verdict as we go through, but if you need like a guide on sailing, I definitely can think if you searched on YouTube, you'd find plenty of them anyway. So there's 44 sailing from doing port tasks. We're going to try something different. We've been doing a bit of combat because we wanted that hemp seed so that we could upgrade our sails. So now we have a fully upgraded ship. So I am going to hit up the first Barracuda trial, even though I was supposed to do that at level 30. So let's see how we get on. As far as I know, the Barracuda trials are basically Hallowed Sepulchre, but for sailing. So should be pretty high XP rewards for a little bit of like difficulty in movement tech, basically. I'm assuming the first Barracuda trial isn't the worst. So let's see how we get on. Cool. That was just a test trial, so now we're just gonna have to keep getting quicker and better and see how we get on.
Collection log slot completed.
Alright, first level was pretty easy. CUDA trials work is you go through 3 different types of ranks, and as you go through the ranks, they get harder and harder. And basically, every time you go up in these ranks, it gets a lot harder. And the time, you need to basically make it in a certain time constraint while still collecting all of the crates and doing these special tasks. In this Barracuda trial, the special task is to collect the rum and bring the rum all the way around to the Barracuda trial person. So nice and simple, and then you just gotta make sure you route yourself, picking up the crates as you go along.
Collection log slot
Nice.
completed.
And also the second one was pretty handy. My sailing level is now 45. Hell yeah. Which means I can actually do the final quest of sailing that is currently out.
Collection log slot completed.
Level 46 as well, which means I can actually upgrade my cargo hold as well. And I can get a little flag for my ship. But that is the Barracuda trials done for now. We'll come back when we need more levels, because it's actually really decent XP per hour. Right, I also have a key to open this, the Stormy key, so let's open it and see what we get. Wait a minute. Wait, that's... Oh my god. That's an actual sick pirate outfit. Okay, sick. Alright, so this is Chinchompa Island. It took a while to get here, but if we open that with the key, we get a salvaging station schematic, which allows me to make a salvage station on my boat, which I'm going to do right away.
Collection log slot completed.
Ooh, I don't know what they're for, but cool, I'll take a collection log. This is where the quest for the final quest that is currently out, it is called Troubled Tortugans. So let's start out, and it introduces you to a new type of race in the game, and they are Tortugans, which are turtle people, which is so cool. So I can't wait to see how this goes. Right, we're gonna help this Tortugan out, which they seem to be a little bit hesitant about, but however, I have a feeling Tortugans don't really like humans that much. That would be my guess. We're going to this island here, the Great Conch, which I believe has a new Slayer monster in it called Griffins. So I'm sure we'll run into them at some stage.
Quest completed.
Boom! There is the last quest of sailing so far done. Looks like I can upgrade my ship again a little bit, so we'll look into that. And we can now wear the quest cape again. Let's see. Get that quest cape out. And we can wear the quest cape again, which means we have finally done all the quests again. Alright, back to sailing.
Collection log slot completed.
Ooh, cool. Sailor's amulet. I'm pretty sure I can teleport to Pandemonium with that, which is pretty nice. Actually, I'll have to figure out how we activate these things. But yeah, we can teleport to Pandemonium now, and a couple of other places once I unlock them too, so that's really, really nice. Alright, I've done about 5 or 6 of these Barracuda trials now, and just said I would kind of mention what I think of it nowadays, just after getting a few more laps in. Obviously, I only went for the 3 trials last time just to get the ranks. Yeah, I really hope Jagex make a lot more of these, as they're just really fun, engaging way of getting XP, and I think they've mentioned it a lot before. This is kind of like our movement tech in our tile-based like movement on land, but for sailing. Like, this kind of has like a lot of intricacies to it, little minute ways of increasing your speed and efficiency on completing them to get personal best. So yeah, really enjoy these and hope they keep them coming. Alright, that was 21 temper tantrums. to get to basically level 53 sailing from where I was. And now at 53 I can do these large shipwrecks, which I'm gonna go upgrade my sloop so that it can sail over there, and we're gonna try out the large shipwrecks with the double grappling hook. Yeah, so these large shipwrecks are kind of basically the first mega AFK kind of form of the salvaging, as you can actually park your boat between two spots and get both of them at the same time. And with the two hooks, then you can have two crewmates eventually on your boat salvaging while you just literally sit there AFK. And what I like to do now that I have the salvaging station on the boat is I only keep the stackable items and everything else is dropped. And yeah, the XP is absolutely nutty here. So I think I'm going to do this salvaging until about level 55, where we unlock the new Barracuda trial. Now it's not picking up my voice. Alright, let me just repeat what I said. Ooh, level 5. There's level 55 sailing. Fuck yeah. We can do the new Barracuda trial now. And then boot up Arc Raiders. There's level 56 sailing as well. Hell yeah. You can get up to 4 port tasks. Just say the salvaging is like by far the best feature of this game. Even though it's like completely AFK, it's just nice to get these levels while I'm doing other things. Like right now I'm playing the new Arc Raiders game and I can just camp my account at the salvaging spots and I love it so much. And with 58 sailing, we have now officially reached the total level of 2200. Something I've never done, this is the first time on this account and the first time ever that I've ever gone that total level. We're going to talk about a bit about the Jubbly Jive, which is the mid-level Barracuda trial for sailing. Yeah, so for the most part you're gonna get it. You like the first rank especially is nice and simple. The second rank is very simple, and the third rank is like when you get used to a route that seems comfortable, it is fine. But yeah, a lot of issues with this place. Like I don't know if you're seeing on screen right now, but there's so much lag going on. There's like delay on your clicks. And for a while I thought it was just me, but everyone talks about how there's dead clicks in this Barracuda trial, and yeah, just a lot of optimization issues, I guess. If they could fix this, honestly, it probably wouldn't feel so bad. But yeah, Jubbly Jive was kind of a mess. Like sometimes when I was going for the time, I would miss the orange flag. If you can see on the top left, there's flags that you need to make your Jubbly follow, and I would miss the orange flag. So like I'd end up missing the time just because I forgot to press that one button. So that was kind of annoying, but like other than that, it's fine. That is how Barracuda trials are supposed to be. You're supposed to beat it in the time efficiently. But yeah, it was horribly unoptimized, very laggy. But other than that, it's fine. It's really good XP per hour, so we'll take it. There is 60 sailing. To finish the third level of the Jubbly Drive, you need to get this wind moat, which instead of you trimming your sails, when you do trim your sails, it actually stores the wind for you to use it whenever you want instead. Which is pretty handy, I would say, and that comes in handy in the Merlin rank of the Barracuda trial, because there's moments where you need to go through this kind of like sticky stuff on the water, and if you use the wind, it negates the slowdown effect that it shows you. So that comes in big handy, and it's a really nice upgrade in general for the boat. And there's 62 sailing. Let's see, I might have got it here.
Collection log slot completed.
Ooh, now I don't need to worry about actually getting this on time every time. Fucking hell. Alright, level 63 sailing as well. 2205 total level. We are zooming with the levels now. Hey, there's 64 sailing. Very nice. While we're doing the trial as well. You'll love to see it. So at 64, I believe we cannot do anything. Let me just double check though. Yeah, nothing. And there's 65 sailing. We can now get a new type of recruit. We'll look into that later. I'm just going to keep going with these trials because the XP is absolutely insane. There's 66 sailing. We are zooming with this AFK pirate shipwreck method is pretty decent for when I'm doing AFK shit. I'll probably get to back to Jubbly Jive soon though, because we need to hit that 72 so we can do the newer Barracuda trial. Boom! There is level 67 sailing, which actually means I can upgrade my hull, which I might do at some stage as it makes me quicker. But for now, we're just gonna continue on. I want to keep grinding out these sailing levels as much as possible. Hoping to hit like, well, maybe we could hit 70 by tonight, but we'll see how much I play. C8 sailing, we are flying through the levels at Jubbly Jive. 69 sailing, nice. The big level 70. 2 more to go until Gwinnett Glide. We are zooming. Alright, there is 71 sailing. 1 more level until I can leave Jubbly Jive and move on to the final Barracuda trial, the Gwinnett Glide. There's 72 sailing, which means we can now do the Gwinnett Glide, and we might need to do some boat upgrades as well before we go there. But that is the highest tier Barracuda trials, and it gives you the most XP right now. It's the best way to get to 99, so I'm excited to try it out. It's at this stage I decided to get some of these ship upgrades done, and I now require one of the new wood types, which is Campor, I think. I'm probably butchering the name. But yeah, I'm gonna need to farm about over 400 logs so that I can make it all into planks and then eventually make that into hull parts, so that I can make my sloop and my skiff with the highest hull, which, if you don't know, hulls in sailing increase the speed of your boat, and then the sails increase the speed of your acceleration and your boost time, and then the keel and the helm are responsible for allowing you to go into different parts of the oceans. So if like more places are more stormy, then you need to upgrade your keel and your helm, basically. But yeah, we're gonna be here just farming up some materials so that we can get some of these upgrades going. Keel on the sloops. Let's keep continuing with the upgrades. Boom, we got a new hull now. Right now for the sail upgrade, which actually gives us full storm resistance as opposed to partial. I'm not sure what that means yet, but I think that's a good thing. Parts, I am also upgrading my cargo hold for both ships so that they have a larger capacity, since I can now make the Campor cargo hold. Yeah, so you're probably noticing I'm just like doing the same upgrades again, but that is because for me anyway, I'm going to be doing all of the upgrades for both the sloop and the skiff to start off, as I want a fully upgraded sloop so that I can salvage at the best of my abilities. And then the skiff is obviously for the best XP rates, which is using the Barracuda trials. Well, this is very typical, but I said I was going to the new Barracuda trial, and instead I decided to AFK and do some salvaging. The salvaging right now is just so crazy in terms of XP rates. I have just really enjoyed the fact that I've been able to sit here and just gain so much XP, and as a wise RuneScaper once told me, you need to abuse early when these things seem really overpowerful. So pretty much everyone is doing this, and I will be no different. The XP rates are just so crazy for not doing anything in salvaging. You just let your crew do the salvaging for you, and you sort it out when you're full. It's so OP. But there's a level 73. We will make our way to Gwenny Glide at some point. Dark Souls 1, and you go down below to the very bottom, and all those trees are like holding up the world, or that's how I interpreted it. That's what this reminds me of. What the actual fuck is going on with this underwater? This is like kelp, I think, but like, why does it look like this? It looks like a network. After salvaging for quite some time, I'm after getting one of the first hardwood new trees, the ironwood seed, so I'll be able to actually grow my own trees, and maybe that'll allow me to be closer to a bank, so that's pretty cool. Alright, finally time for the Gwent Glide. We did a lot of AFKing. I got to about 78 sailing, but we are here at the Gwent Glide now, and first impressions straight away, the performance here isn't nearly as bad as Jubbly Jive. I don't feel any lag while going through this course, so that's definitely a massive plus. Maybe that's what Jagex was going for. You know, you struggle through the mid game of Jubbly Jive through lag and dead clicks. But Gwenny Clyde, yeah, way chiller. And I will say what seems to be going on with the Gwenny Clyde is a more cohesive course. As you go through each rank, they actually build upon each other. You do the exact same route each time, but it's just extended longer every single time. So in that sense, I'm very happy with the Glenna Glide so far, and the XP rates are absolutely insane. Once you get to the final rank, you start getting 14k XP drops every time you finish the Marlin rank, even if you don't get the time. So this is definitely considered right now one of the best ways to get to 99 sailing.
Collection log slot completed.
Hell yeah, we did it. It was actually a little bit tough to get the time. Boom!
Collection log
There we
slot
go.
completed.
Whew. Now we've unlocked the last one. Let us go and see if we can do our upgrades and do the third one. Apparently if we open this chest right here with this key, we get a new outfit. I'm gonna do that. Oh hell yeah. Oh, we get boots and everything. Hold up. Oh shit. Got the elf ears now and everything? Alright. This be the new drip, so. Alright, a couple of upgrades to make before we hit up the third rank of the Gwenny Glide. We now have the level to get a Gale Catcher, which is the upgrade to the Wind Catcher. It just allows you to store 3 of your wind boosts instead of 2. So that's pretty decent. For that I need to kill oh my god. I need to kill Albatross so that I can get their Swift Feathers. I need about 5 of those. And then for completing the second rank of the Barracuda trial, you get the Heart of Ithil, and that allows you to make a Crystal Extractor. This thing is absolutely busted for the Barracuda trial. It allows you to create a wind to store instead of waiting for you to trim your sails, so you can basically generate your own boost. It also gives you a hefty 600 XP per harvest, so I also want to be setting this up in my sloop so that you can also get, basically, if you pressed it, you generate a charge every minute. So That works out at around 36,000 XP per hour, I think, which is kind of broken, I would say. This will probably get changed in the future, so I'm going to again just abuse early and abuse often, as they always say with busted OP stuff. So we're gonna try get that on the sloop and on the skiff for the Barracuda trials. And we also have a new hardwood to get a new type of hull, which will increase our speed of the boat, which is ironwood. And the ironwood trees are actually really good because there's a bank that you can build right next to the ironwood trees, so that was nice and easy to get the logs for that. After these upgrades that I made, I decided instead of going to do the Barracuda trials, before I hit level 99, I'm going to need to chart the entire ocean. Just because after 99 it doesn't really make sense to do it. So I decided to do it as a part of the progression to 99. And charting, if you don't know, is one of the biggest parts of the new sailing skill. And I only say this because it basically forces you to explore all of the new content that will eventually be coming or already exists in the game. So there's a couple of different types of charting. There's like special telescope ones. There's also just basic ones where you're just like charting a significant item in the ocean or thing on an island that you need to moor to. And then you also have the current duck, where you need to follow a duck to find the like direction of the currents or something like that. They're all just kind of like little knick-knacky minigame type deals, but the best part about it is that it actually forces you to explore the entire ocean. So for that, it's really good. There's also these crates that you need to pry open with crowbars, and these things give random events or random effects to you. Like one of them was really funny. It makes everyone get an afro when you drink it, so that's pretty funny. I didn't even notice. I thought it was like a glitch with the new sailing outfit that I got. I thought like it changed my hairstyle when I put on the hat, but it turns out it was actually the drink that I was drinking for charting. And then there's also another drink where it'll like annoyingly teleport you somewhere else, and it's really funny. Like that, honestly, the drinks were my favorite part just because of how random it was. But yeah, the charting in general is super good, as you get like basic small bursts of XP for finishing each chart, but when you complete entire seas and then complete entire oceans, you get like these massive XP boosts. So for that, it's really good. I think in total for charting the entire ocean, you get almost 700,000 XP. So it's pretty worth to do it on your journey to 99 if you can. And you basically need to be a high enough level to get the Eternal Brazier, which allows you to go into the Fremnik Ocean areas. Once you can make the Eternal Brazier, I'd highly recommend just charting the entire ocean before continuing on your sailing journey, as it'll give you a nice boost of XP. I think I went from 79 to almost 83, if I'm not mistaken. So yeah, the charting is really good, really fun, and I'm not going to show too much of it, obviously just showing small clips here and there, because this is kind of an explorative thing. So if you're sailing out there yourself, I would highly recommend it. And for me, I wanted the XP so much, and Quest Helper already has a plugin that kind of tells you the answers to the dive charting and also the weather charting, so it makes it 100 times better. But if you're in the mood to do it all without that, I commend you for that, because it's really fun just going around the ocean and figuring out where all of it is. But obviously I used Quest Helper, so it was kind of directing me where to go after each chart, which made the grind a lot quicker. I think I did this in and around 5 hours, I want to say. So not bad at all. And yeah, like I said, you get a massive boost at the end, and you also get a new drink called the Horizon Lore. And if you make a keg on your ship of the Horizon Lore, you get a 2.5% increase in your XP. So that's also a bonus, I guess. It currently doesn't work with Barracuda trials. But as I'm recording this voiceover, I'm pretty sure Jagex have mentioned that it works across the board now. So that's pretty big. But yeah, charting, highly recommend doing it before 99. Oh shit. Was that the final one? That is everything charted. Hell yeah. So now we just need to go back to the Pandemonium, and I think we get some bonus XP as well. Fuck yeah. In fact, I'm literally gonna teleport from here. Hell yeah, that's massive. Hey, so now we should get a fat XP drop. 213 XP? Holy. I'm basically level 83 now. Holy fuck. We have completely charted the ocean, and I think I'm gonna leave this episode here. We've done quite a bit. We've gotten to 82 sailing, which is not too bad at all. I think in the next episode we will just keep pushing towards 99. We'll see when I stop. As far as I know, in my head anyway, I'm going for 99, but we'll see if I take a break or something like that. Yeah. See you in the next one. Thanks for watching.